Speed swap into my Urshifu. This covered a Sucker Punch, but it works. YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team got top 16 at the Indianapolis Regional Championship with Kyurem White and a Custap Berry Endure Talonflame. This set is kind of heat. I'm curious to see how much we'll actually be able to utilize it. But of course, Talonflame, Gale Wings only works at full HP, so it's hard to get Tailwind up sometimes with like Fake Out and then the Airstream. Max move's going to Protect, of course, so can make it difficult for Talonflame to set up Tailwind, but it does get another shot at life at getting that Tailwind up with the Endure and then the Custap Berry set. Give it, I guess, technically a priority right here. It lets it move first other than +1 priority and above, but we'll see how it goes. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. I'm really excited, and if you want to check out the details of the team and the creator and the teamer board down below in the description. But let's get started and play some games. Thundurus, Groudon, Yveltal, Incineroar, Venusaur alongside the Gastrodon. Now, this matchup looks very, very strong for one Talonflame here. And I mean, one Talonflame, it does look pretty good against this team. Like, Kyurem dishes out so much damage to my opponent's team. It can go absolutely crazy here. The question is, what am I leading it with? Because if it's Focus Sash Venusaur, I don't really like having the rest with Sleep Powder. It's a little bit annoying right here. I do really think I lead the Talonflame though, for sure. I think Talonflame Kyurem is just like so strong. I don't know even how they counter or lead it, even if they expect it. I don't know what they would lead here specifically, because most of their leads here don't really deal with Kyurem or Kyurem lead that well. I think just Kyurem lead. In the back, I definitely want Ditto. The question is, do I want to bring Urshifu or Calyrex? The reason I want to bring Ditto so I can transform into like their Venusaur potentially. I think Calyrex, yeah. I was thinking of Urshifu just because hitting Incineroar makes it so much easier. Close combat would also like really hurt the Gastrodon right here, and being able to really do offensive damage to like the Yveltal under Tailwind while it can't protect is really solid. But I don't know. I think just being able to go for like, I think just like having my Ditto, because it can switch in as like the Venusaur or the Groudon Sleep Powder potentially. Being able to switch into Groudon and have my own Groudon is pretty nice. We'll find out. We're gonna see Incineroar Yveltal lead. Yeah, like even if they like predict the lead, I don't see like the benefit here. We are to lead the Talonflame up plus the Kyurem White here, which is perfect here. All right, whose ability goes off first? The Yveltal's faster. Okay, so it's max speed on the Yveltal. They probably want to deny Tailwind. I don't know if that's the case here. Most Incineroars tend to be physically defensive, so I'd imagine this one is. That means it drops to max Dragon here. Although this is this is Snarl, this is kind of awkward. But I could see just an Airstream coming out from my opponent turn 1, so I'm gonna go for an Endure, and I'm gonna go for a max Dragon into the Incineroar slot. I don't think Hailstorm knocks out the Yveltal turn 1. We're going to see a swap from the Incineroar right away into the Thundurus. Okay, so they tried to get cheeky Thundurus switch for the max Quake. But I mean, I just don't know if they had a Shucker Berry, so I don't think I would ever make that play. We're going to see the Dynamax come out from the Yveltal. Endure, maybe I should have got Tailwind up instead, because well, it depends. Did they max Darkness or did they Airstream? Because Endure could be nice here if I am able to survive with Talonflame and get a Tailwind up later. But the thing is, they just fake out the Talonflame the following turn. Although, even if they fake out the Talonflame, they're not doing much right here. They need like prior damage right here into my Kyurem. So let's see if that's going to be the case. We will be Dynamaxing our Kyurem and dishing out a heavy max Dragon into the Thundurus right here, which should pick up a knockout. I don't know if this, I don't think support Thundurus lives the max Dragon here. It's a Life Orb. It goes crazy. We do go for the Endure right here, and no Hailstorm just yet. Last Pokemon has to be Groudon then, I would say. Airstream is going to come out. They target down the Talonflame, nice, so I will be able to survive thanks to the Endure. But unfortunately, I don't think the Custap Berry is coming into play unless they just don't target Talonflame, which is possible right here. It is possible. So they get speed increase. A Life Orb going to activate. A Max Dragon going to be fired off into the Thundurus, and this should just pick up the knockout. Yep, obliterated. Perfect. All right. All right, not too bad of a turn. I am able to get rid of the Thundurus. Pretty much no issues. I think I get to keep going for Max Dragon. Like, I just don't see a reason why I wouldn't just keep clicking Max Dragon here. They might go for Darkness here, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, they have to trade their Incineroar here, which is really awkward for them. Or actually, no, there's another play I could make here. Although it depends on how fast their Incineroar is, but it might actually be pretty good play here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Groudon comes in. Oh, wait. We might get the Custap Berry after all. They brought out the Groudon. I don't know if they're trying to Hailstorm right here, but or trying to dodge a Hailstorm, but you know what? Tailwind? Hailstorm, the big threat, which is the Yveltal. Let me just make sure. My back Pokemon are Calyx and Ditto, so I should be fine here. Yeah. So I'm going to go for a Hailstorm here into the Yveltal because we know it's Life Orb. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Because Groudon might be trying to switch out to Incineroar and trying to bait an attack. But yeah, that was possible. Or Groudon protects here if it is Protect Groudon. We are going to see, yep, Protect. Nice. Really solid here because we're able to get a Tailwind with the Custap Berry. Who needs priority? Well, this is, well, it's not technically priority because it's not +1. It's just like +0 first to move. Hailstorm is going to come out into the Yveltal right here and does so much. Just picks up a knockout into the Yveltal. Custap Berry Endure Talonflame. I thought Incineroar was coming in, but I guess my opponent was like, I definitely take some Max Dragon. I have to protect with Groudon, send it in. But yeah, the Kyurem just destroying right now, and it really is destroying right here. Talonflame going to go down to the Hail, but you have done your work. That was perfect. Being able to outspeed the Yveltal thanks to that Tailwind after the Custap Berry. Really big right there. And now I just win the game at this point. I can go on a Calyx. I go for a anything really. Like there isn't really much that they could do here. I go out into Calyx. I click Astral Barrage. I go for really just whatever I want. Well, I guess I should probably think about this. Max Quake probably knocks out the Incineroar, but Max Dragon I think just knocks out the Incineroar too. Unless it's an Assault Vest set, but I don't think they run Assault Vest on this team. Although they just don't really run Assault Vest Incineroar anymore. I could see it on like a few teams, but I don't think Yveltal is going to be one of them. We go for an Astral Barrage. We go for a Max Dragon here into the Incineroar slot, and we should have this game sealed up. That was going to be forfeit because I realized, and yeah, that was... Oh man, that is just crazy. That is crazy, but I actually can't believe we got the Custap Berry off. I really can't. Custap Berry is like really situational, and sometimes we'll get it, sometimes we don't, but was not expecting it in that situation, and it really just paid off right there because it gave us a game-winning turn, because otherwise it could have been a little bit strange depending on what the Yveltal targeted, and not having speed control for the game would have been awkward, as well as a Max Darkness drop. But yeah, that just like made us instantly win, which was beautiful. Let's see. Regieleki, Calyx, Shadow Rider, Dracovish, Whimsicott, Yveltal. Is this like the Wonder Room stuff that we used before? Because I am very shocked we would be facing something like this here. Okay, I need a Talonflame for sure. I need Eleki. I mean Calyrex. Yeah, I think Talonflame. Oh boy, this is such a weird game. But I do need Urshifu so I can deal with the Blissey, and then I guess I'm bringing Kyurem because Kyurem does really well against most of the Pokemon besides the Blissey. This is quite a strange matchup. I would never say I would be facing the Blissey here with Dracovish and a few others. I don't know if this is like the policy stuff with like the double kick Calyrex. If it is, could be a bit strange here, because it could be Trick Room Mind Games turn 1. So I would not like that. I would definitely not like facing Trick Room, especially with this team. Doesn't exactly appreciate Trick Room. I don't have Protect on any of my Pokemon. For that matter, actually, like the only Pokemon that has Protect is the one sitting on the bench, which is the Indy here. Let's find out what they are going to decide to lead here, because I can't tell. I think it would probably be, I mean, they have a Whimsicott. They could lead Whimsicott Talonflame, but that's not even that bad for me, realistically. I actually don't know if the Talonflame is EV to live an Astral Barrage from Calyx, but that'd be really nice to activate a Custap Berry later. We are going to see the Whimsicott and the Calyrex. Okay. I don't want... Oh, this is such a confusing position here. It's such a confusing position. I just hope that the Talonflame lives one Astral Barrage from Calyrex, which is really important. If it's Sash Calyrex, I'm going to go for a Tailwind here and an Astral Barrage. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Tailwind and an Astral Barrage here. Let's just see. Let's just see, because that's going to be important. If they do have Trick Room, becomes more of an interesting game. They could go into Blissey here, I suppose. Is that actually what they did? No, Yveltal. Okay, I was about to say, Harden a Blissey and Trick Room would have probably screwed me if it's Whimsicott here. But Okay, Yveltal comes in. They're taking Astral Barrage, which is cool. I don't know if this is... I don't know what they're going for, though, upcoming. This is a Tailwind. Okay, so they matched a Tailwind. That's cool. All right. I would gladly take that. We do get a Astral Barrage off into their side. Do I expect them to target down the Calyx Shadow Arrow, or do I decide, or do I expect them to target down the Talonflame? I guess that's a big one right here. Good damage into the... Endure could be a play here. I just don't know if they're targeting the Calyx with the Airstream. I guess they could. Actually, okay, I know what to do. Flare Blitz the Whimsicott. We're Trick Rooming here. We're going exactly off course because I think if there's a Dynamax, it's going to be the Yveltal Airstream right here. So I might as well just go for the Trick Room attempt. Talonflame does outspeed the Whimsicott unless this is Adamant Talonflame, I guess, which I did not look at the EV spread, so hopefully it is able to outspeed Whimsicott, Flare Blitz, KO, and then afterward I get Trick Room up and they Airstream here, which would be ideal. So we're going to see the Dynamax come out from the Yveltal here. Please, Airstream either slot is fine. Like, Airstream either slot is fine. We're gonna see the Dynamax Yveltal though, and then gonna trick him off, and then hopefully Dynamax Kyurem can actually finish off this game. I do got to be cautious though. We are gonna see, okay, Talonflame is faster than Whimsicott, perfect. So we get the Flare Blitz KO into the Whimsicott, huge knockout that prevents my Calyx from losing a Focus Sash here. If I lose my Talonflame, it's not that bad, but they're probably Airstreaming here, I'd imagine, into a slot. I don't know which slot. They target down to Talonflame. Okay, so Talonflame survives, so we will actually get a Custap Berry attack the following turn, which, depending on who they bring out, could be a big thing here. We do get to trick him off. Yeah, because I could, like, maybe burn the Dracovish, because Dracovish, unless it's Scarf Dracovish, I don't know. As we remember, both sides have Tailwind as an option here. Eliki coming out. Huh. Okay, we're in a very good spot. Let's see. A Flare Blitz here out into something. I guess I'm gonna Flare Blitz the Eliki slot and go for an Astral Barrage, I think. I could Willis the slot, doesn't really matter because yeah, I might as well just tar down to Eliki. It really doesn't matter much here. Although, yeah, I think I just Astral Barrage Flare Blitz. So Custap Berry Talonflame is going to activate. We don't need Gale Wings, but we still have priority. We're going to see Eliki Protect. Okay. It's not that big of a deal that Eliki protects because I still have a Kyurem that can come out, and Kyurem is still going to like really put on the pain against my opponent in the late game. And they didn't bring the, what's it called? All right, they Darkness the Calyx. Okay. So this is still a pretty strong spot. I get to go for an Astral Barrage. I get to go for a Flare Blitz into the Eliki slot, and afterward, Kyurem probably just sweeps at this point. I don't really see how they're going to beat the Kyurem here. Extreme Speed doesn't even affect my Talonflame, but I guess maybe it's just better to go for the Endure at this point. Is it better to go for the Endure at this point? I think it is better to go for the Endure at this point, actually. Yeah, it is better to go for the Endure. The reason I go for the Endure is because there's there's 2 turns of Trick Room left, but I do think that Endure is probably the idea, just so I don't be forced to bring out Urshifu plus the I don't think I want to bring out Urshifu just, actually no, maybe I do, because Urshifu just Surging Strikes the Calyx to protect. Yeah, actually no, it is better to sack the Talonflame. I was thinking like I could go for a Tailwind on the last turn of Trick Room, but no, I have too many turns of Trick Room and it's just not worth it. So we go for the Astral Barrage here. We go for a Flare Blitz in the Eliki. A double up is definitely going to be able to pick up a knockout. And then afterward, Kyurem next to Urshifu is just going to bring too much pain to my opponent. Unless for some reason this Yveltal is like super slow, which I just can't see. I think it outsped my, what's it called? I think it outsped my Talonflame, but yeah, we're going to see the swap into the Calyx. So Calyx is going to be the sack here, but at this point, I just don't see, yeah, that's still pretty good for me because no matter what, I was getting a knockout regardless unless he got a double protect, and then the whatever was coming in was going to be a victim to my Urshifu right there. So a Flare Blitz into the Calyx is going to bring it down low, but Talonflame, it does get sacked here. Astral Barrage will clean up. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, so... No, this doesn't change any game plans. Okay. The Yveltal isn't actually faster. I guess I misread that, but it's still okay. It's still okay. We get to go Kyurem here. We go for a Hailstorm. We go for a Surging Strikes. They have no swap here afterward. Yeah, this is still pretty much the same game plan here. It's just that they have an extra Pokemon, I guess, which is getting sacked here because no matter what, it can't live unless it's Eliki Sash. But even if it's Sash, maybe an Assault Vest Eliki could live a Hailstorm, but it had Protector, so it's not that either. I'm pretty sure Life Orb Hailstorm is going to KO the Yveltal guaranteed at this range anyway. So we go for Surging Strikes here into the Calyx, and we go for a Hailstorm into the Yveltal. Yveltal could switch into Eliki, reset the speed, but Trick Room is almost over, so it doesn't really matter at this point. The Yveltal is definitely in range of Surging Strikes, and again, it's really going to depend on the Kyurem and Yveltal speed interaction here. It's a +1 Yveltal. I don't think you underspeed Kyurem with a +1. I think that's kind of silly, but who knows? If it's Trick Room Yveltal, maybe, but yeah, I don't think you make that play of airstreaming earlier without it being like. I'm actually surprised, because if that was the case, that means my Calyx was still faster than the Yveltal. I thought they were going to airstream because they're timid Yveltal, and then they could airstream Astral Barrage safely the following turn. Like, that's what I expected, but it's not how it worked out. Sucker Punch is fine. It targets down the Kyurem. Does a lot of damage, actually. Is that Choice Band? Did so much. And I mean so much. All right. 30 Strike's going to come out into the Calyx. This is going to pick up the knockout. No Protects even, so I don't even know if they have Protect at this point. But yeah, we are going to be able to go for a Hailstorm knockout to the Yveltal right here, and then afterwards Surging Strikes goes to Protect, knocks out the Eliki, and we still have a Kyurem with Dynamax at pretty reasonable health remaining to deal with the Eliki. So I don't think my opponent can really get out of this one. Yveltal is going to go down, but yeah, I didn't think I would be sweeping in Trick Room, but I guess that's kind of the case when they get the Airstream power potential. Like, just the Trick Room here as a reverse card swings the game back in my favor realistically, and yeah, that's all we needed. All right, Eliki's forced to come in, but can't do anything because Urshifu's ability, oh boy, balance. Yep, it is balance, KOing the Eliki to Protect. But even if they could Protect here, now let's say I couldn't hit through the Protect, it doesn't matter. It would have mattered for the pick up a knockout on the Calyx, I guess, so technically it does matter. But goodbye, Eliki. Goodbye, Eliki. Sure, we got the Custap Berry Talonflame off, but unfortunately, didn't really change anything. It really didn't. Unless the Yveltal was for some reason slower than my Talonflame at +1, which I don't think that would be the case, but that would be the only thing I think that could change. And even then, like, no, I don't think that was the case, right? They went for Max Darkness that turn. I activated Custap Berry, and then I went for a Flare Blitz, KO'd myself to recoil. Yeah, so it didn't change anything at all. But regardless, pretty strong position. I think I was able to get the reverse Trick Room, which I was a little bit surprised about, but able to clean up in Trick Room with the Kyurem, because Kyurem again was really good against their team. Gastrodon, Zacian, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar, Charizard plus the Groudon. All right, we got the standard Rinya Sun team. Matchup wise, I really don't like Grimmsnarl for this team. Like, Grimmsnarl is a really annoying matchup because it just gets screens up. So that's one Pokemon I'm going to have issue with. I wonder what I want to lead here. I think I want to bring the Talonflame lead. I think it's Talonflame lead with Kyurem. Yeah, I think Talonflame lead with Kyurem is pretty all right. I think in the back I have Ditto and Calyrex. I mean, I think this is good enough. We'll see if it is. I don't want to bring the Urshifu because the Gastrodon, I don't know if Gastrodon's brought here, but I could see a Dynamax Gastrodon actually putting in work because of Max Quake putting on pressure, and I don't have a Grass move on this team. I could see, well, Freeze Ride they would have to be concerned about. Let's see. I don't think any of these I'd either because sure, I can stop. They just get up screen, so I don't really see the point of it. Groudon plus the Grimmsnarl here. All right. Not a bad option for me. I do lead the Talonflame plus the Kyurem right here. I think I could just go for a Wisp into the Groudon here, and I think I go for a... I want a Hailstorm immediately. I would like to go for a Wisp in the Groudon 100% here because I don't need the Tailwind just yet. I would like to go for the Hailstorm, I think, or a Quake. I could see myself going for the Hailstorm though, like really badly into the Grimmsnarl, because getting the damage off seems really nice. I think we go for the Hailstorm. Yeah, I think we go for the Hailstorm. I don't think Endure is going to be a play in this, but we'll find out, because the Groudon could go for Rockfall. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go down to Stone Edge anyway. I want to Wisp off in the Groudon really bad though. I don't want... They could be going for the Max Quake into my Kyurem, although I really think he would give it a Talonflame first because I feel like Zacian is like a good enough Pokemon, but we'll find out because I don't know. I think Talonflame is a bit of a problem if you allow it on the field for too long. You bring out the Kyurem immediately. I feel like they get a screen up and probably just go for a Stone Edge right here, but we're gonna see a Dynamax. Okay, I mean, if I Endure here on a Rockfall, it was basically pointless anyway, so I might as well just go for the Hailstorm here and a Wisp. Interesting Dynamax right here. I guess they really don't want to risk Groudon taking too much damage, and yeah, even if they get a light screen up and their Assault Vesta, Groudon takes so much damage from a Hailstorm. It's absolutely insane. The question is, I guess, one of the big ones, is it Trick Grimmsnarl with Iron Ball? I mean, it wouldn't matter because I get Tailwind up, so I don't know if that would be really worth it. We do see a screen from the Grimmsnarl, going to be that light screen. Okay, perfect. And we land a Wisp off, which is really good here. It's into the Groudon. Its damage output is like really minimal right now. Then it will probably still knock out the Talonflame, but it's not going to be knocking out my Kyurem anytime soon. A Hailstorm is going to come out into the Grimmsnarl. Very fantastic damage to where it's putting max Quake range the following turn. But gotta be a little bit cautious right here. Gotta be a little bit cautious. I guess I could have also went Ditto here. Ditto wouldn't have been a bad play, but I really like the burn here because I think the burn just gives me more value overall. So even though Talonflame goes down, transforming into their Groudon here seems really good here. And I mean really good. Their team doesn't really deal well with it. Although I could also... I just don't want to bring out Calyrex. Yeah, I really don't want to bring out Calyrex actually. Because if I bring out Calyrex, it gets really awkward, I think. I don't think they have Charizard in the back. I'm pretty sure it's like... Because if you Dynamax the Groudon immediately, I think it's like, okay... or not Calyrex. Yeah, Charizard. Charizard would have been an issue. Let's go out into our Ditto right here. Transform. Because I don't really care about the weather too much. I'm probably just going to go for a Precipice Blades here with the Ditto. And whatever I really want with my Kyurem. I don't know what I want to go for. Do I want to go for a Max Quake? Do I want to go for a Hailstorm? Do I want to go for a Max Dragon here to lower the attack even further? I kind of like the idea of just going for damage because even though the Groudon will do decent damage, it's not enough. We reveal a Shadow Claw Groudon, which is good to confirm, but yeah, I just like the idea of going for the Hailstorm right here in the Groudon. Although actually maybe the Hailstorm was a mistake. The reason why I think Hailstorm, I mean, it depends. If it's Charizard on the back, you'd still want the Hail over the Sun, but if it's one thing that the Hail can screw me over is the Calyrex Shadow Rider Sash if I decide to switch out, which could be a very big possibility here. I will still get a lot of damage into their side, and their Dynamax is kind of useless, but their remaining restricted Pokemon is still very threatening. Although my Groudon is, or aka my Ditto is in a really strong spot. They should reflect, but Thunder Wave, okay. Interesting Thunder Wave here. I will take it. Precipice Blades is going to KO the Grimmsnarl, do a decent amount to the Groudon. All right, no Thunder Wave makes this a lot easier, I think. They go for Phantasm, though. Okay, they go for Phantasm and a Ditto. That is a little bit rough. Okay, and then what's the follow-up here? Hailstorm, how much damage am I doing to the Groudon, which is pretty important. This should do... Oh, that's a really good amount of damage. Actually, that's a really good amount. Okay. I will gladly take that damage right here. Hail still remaining, but... Yeah, they're setting up for their Zacian, I think, coming in. And if they set up for the Zacian coming in, that's cool. Because I think I just go for a Precipice Blades here, and I go for a Max Quake into the Zacian here, and put it into range of Astral Barrage from my Calyrex afterward. I think Calyrex should be able to KO the Groudon the next turn, too. A Charizard comes in. What? Huh. Was not expecting the Charizard as the remaining Pokemon here. That makes it interesting. I'm gonna go out into Calyrex, I suppose, and then because I'm locked in the Precipice Blades, I think they're gonna... Well, actually, can't I just go for a Rockfall? I guess I could go for a Rockfall into Charizard. Yeah, I go for a Rockfall into Charizard, and then I switch out into my Calyrex because I like the idea of Scarf Zacian. If I can transform into Zacian, works out. Charizard's just such an interesting play here because I don't think it accomplished much. Even bringing out Zacian and then switching out to Charizard makes, I think, a stronger sense here. But Heat Wave gonna come out. Okay. Calyrex avoids, but it wasn't like a game changer unless... Let's see, what did you go for? Max Flare, okay. Into the Kyurem, all right. Yeah, so I don't think the Heat... Well, the Heat Wave does matter because my Sash is not broken, but the thing is... Well, I mean, if I get the Max Rockfall, it does matter. Well, I get paralyzed, okay. Although, this is a pretty good position for me. They're in a really awkward spot right here because Astral Barrage is going to finish off the Groudon, I'm pretty sure. It's like way too low, even with like all the boosts with Light Screen plus... How many max quakes they went for? 1, right? They went for Rockfall turn 1. No, they didn't even get a Quake boost up. So yeah, I should always KO here with an Astral Barrage and then an Ancient Power into the Charizard slot. Yeah. I mean, I would have KO'd the Charizard anyway if the Heat Wave missed. I mean, I would still been in a good spot anyway, because then I get to transform into the Zacian, I think, guaranteed. But yeah, Astral Barrage just going to be fired off into the Groudon and the Charizard. It does pick up the knock on the Groudon. Okay. And thankfully, well, there's still a few things that could go wrong here, I suppose. But if Charizard picks up a knockout into the Kyurem, it's cool because I just get a free swap into my Ditto. Kyurem avoids. I really don't think that's a big deal. Like, Kyurem did it have a Quake boost? Ancient Power going to finish off the Charizard. Can't eat a Charty Berry, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just felt like I was in a really strong spot. Let me check afterward. But I mean, Calyrex comes in, Astral Barrage. I bring in the Ditto if Kyurem does get knocked out, and then Ditto just cleans up with Heat Wave, right? Yeah, it is Zacian as the last Pokemon, so I'm not too surprised here. And yeah, I just fire off an Astral Barrage. The Ditto is just pretty much cleaning up here. As long as I didn't miss a Heat Wave, I think I was like fine, because Astral Barrage plus Heat Wave still gonna knock you out. Yeah. Oh, I actually didn't have a Quake boost. Okay. So Heat Wave would have KO'd. I was fine with that regardless. Assuming no RNG happened, I think I was in a pretty good spot, because if they hit the Calyrex and the Kyurem got attack off, I still won the game anyway, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Okay. But yeah. Pretty strong position regardless. Well, this Talonflame there was pretty strong overall, being able to burn the Groudon immediately, just reduce the damage output, because like Groudon, like, sure, I mean, I'm surprised how much Hailstorm did when you think about it. That Hailstorm under Light Screen, the Gyarados still did a ton of damage overall. I think I could have made the Ditto play though. If I realized that Hailstorm does that much damage to Groudon, I think a play that I could just very easily made was switching out Talonflame into the Ditto, transforming the Groudon, and then go for a Hailstorm, and then I would have two-shot the Groudon anyway. But I guess what could have been awkward is if I don't burn the Groudon there, they go for a Thunder Wave the following turn. I can't knock out with Precipice Place, and then the Groudon gets a really strong hit in the Kyurem, and then it gets a little bit awkward for the rest of the game. But still, I think it was pretty great. I think like overall it went pretty strong, and the Ditto really, I think, kind of messed him up, especially. Zygarde, Zacian, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar, Gastrodon, Porygon 2. Alright, Zygarde is interesting here, but Kyurem is deadly here. And I mean deadly here for my opponent. Grimmsnarl is a little bit strange for me though. Oh man, they have a Gastrodon too, so I can't exactly just go for like the Surging Strikes I really want to. But Urshifu can close combat, which would do a lot of damage here. A Talonflame looks pretty good here, and I do like Talonflame quite a bit. I don't have Taunt if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it's not bad here. Will-O-Wisp could be good against a lot of my opponent's Pokemon. I do like the Urshifu Talonflame lead, actually. I think it's good for the most part, yeah. Or, I mean, I could imprison stuff too. I'm a little bit worried though, because if they lead Zacian Porygon 2, that's what I'm really worried about, because I don't exactly have a good answer to Zacian Porygon 2. That's my concern. I think it's Urshifu Calyrex though, or Calyrex Talonflame. I think it might be Calyrex Talonflame. I'm just worried because if they lead Grimmsnarl, I want Urshifu on the field so I can just go for Surgery Strikes immediately. But let's try out the Talonflame lead, because I think a Zacian Porygon 2 makes a lot of sense. I don't know if they are going to bring out Grimm, but we'll find out. I mean, I don't expect Gastrodon on this matchup, but if they do bring it, it's really awkward for me. Not having Protect on the Kyurem is also pretty difficult, because I'm not going to actually have like the best ways of dishing out or like being able to protect maneuver here. But we are going to see the Grimmsnarl and the Zacian. Interesting here. Okay, don't think this is too bad. We lead the Talonflame and the Calyrex Shadow Rider here. We're going to go for a Wisp into the... I don't need Calyrex to win the game at all. Like, it really is just here to do some chip damage in the long term, so I might as well just go for a... I just go for the Flare Blitz here. I think I just go for the Flare Blitz here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Flare Blitz. I'm gonna Flare Blitz in Astral Barrage. If they switch to Instant, I don't even think it's that bad, because it's not gonna matter if I get a Wisp off. I might as well get Chip. I don't need the Gale Wings at this moment, and I don't think I'm really trying to set up Tailwind right here, but could be a thing, I guess. It depends on like how threatening the Zacian is later in the game. We will see though. I could see Tailwind being really crucial though if it's like Thunder Wave, Grimmsnarl, or Scary Face coming up. But yeah, they set up a screen. They have to get the screen right. I mean, Astral Barrage plus Flare Blitz is still going to hurt quite a bit. Or I see the Zacian Retreat. I'm assuming Incense coming in. Or Porygon, that works too. Okay. So I would like to Imprison and probably get in my... Alright, Gale Wings. Doesn't matter here. Light Screen going to get set up. Okay. I break my own Gale Wings. That's cool. I always Imprison the following turn, and then I think I go out on Urshifu. Okay, I don't imagine them having Gastrodon on the back. It has to be either Incin or Zygarde, I think, as the last Pokemon here. Not really doing that much to Grimmsnarl, but that's not too surprising. A Flarelet's going to come out to get some chip into the Porygon, which is actually pretty good chip. But yeah, we can go out into our Urshifu now, and we can go for a Imprison right here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, Urshifu in, Imprison. We need to deny a Trick Room because Trick Room just seems really tough. It could benefit us though, but I don't think they Trick Room. I don't think they have to Trick Room. I think this is foul play. Could be foul play Spirit Break, but then I get a free switch into something threatening. So I don't think I really mind that too much. Because Urshifu's just still going to threaten a lot. I don't expect a Spirit Break in the Talonflame slot, if anything. I guess they could because the Calyx is not really threatening the Pokemon on the field, but it's not like Talonflame is like doing that much either. So we'll switch out the Talonflame. We're going to bring out our Urshifu. Hopefully Surging Strike is going to do a lot. It should knock out the Grimmsnarl at this range. We're going to see Reflect come out. Perfect. Okay. So that's ideal. And then what's the Porygon going for afterward? Because that's a good question. Here comes a Imprison with the Calyrex. We're going to see Trick Room. Okay, perfect. All right, nice. I can go for a Surging Strike into the Grimmsnarl. And I think I Speed Swap here. Yeah, I'm gonna Speed Swap my Urshifu. Speed Swap Urshifu makes so much sense to me because I get the speed on my Urshifu, and then yeah, then Urshifu kind of goes crazy, I think, in the rest. So Surging Strikes here, Speed Swap, and then yeah, they can't really do much. It just also avoids a potential... Is this Gastrodon? No, Zygarde. Okay, I was about to say there's no way you bring in Gastrodon right there. Like, no way you bring in Gastrodon right there. I Speed Swap into my Urshifu. This covered a Sucker Punch, but it works out too. We do get the Surging Strikes off into the Zygarde, and then Urshifu is looking like a really good cleanup mon right here. Yeah, we're going to be able to knock out the Grimmsnarl easily after that Astral Barrage damage. We might not have needed the Astral Barrage damage, but goodbye, Grimmsnarl. Gone down to 3 hits right there. And what's coming in? If it's Zacian, Surging Strikes is still going to do a lot of damage to it. And then Zygarde, sure, you can set up some things, but it's not really going to be that big right here. We are going to see the Zacian come out. Okay, Surging Strikes and Astral Barrage is pretty safe here. Damage output goes crazy, I think. I don't want to target the Zygarde just yet because I do have my Kyurem remaining. So I'm going to go for a Astral Barrage here and a Surging Strikes, which should be able to knock out the Zacian. The Zacian can't play defensive because it go through Protect. That's how Urshifu plays. You could go into Porygon, I guess, but you don't really get much momentum right here. Surging Strikes is going to come out. The only problem is I do probably have to watch out for a Dynamax. What's it called? A Zygarde as the last Pokemon. So Surging Strikes does so much damage. It's not a knockout, but that's actually crazy right there. That's a good amount of damage. Okay. And Behemoth Blade going to come out. Oh, they don't have Play Rough. I don't think they have Play Rough. Okay, so they target down my Calyx. All right, beautiful. This is absolutely perfect. And I mean absolutely perfect because this is an Astral Barrage finishing off the Zygarde, or finishing off the Zacian. I get some chip damage in the Zygarde. If we coil, it doesn't really matter to me. The Talonflame of Will-O-Wisp is actually going to be really clutch here. I get a crit on the... oh, that's not a crit on Zacian. Not Zacian. Zygarde? I thought that was. Okay. My Calyx just going crazy. All right. And 1,000 arrows. Okay, so they're just getting rid of the Zygarde so they can maybe set up Trick Room and hope that they win here. But yeah, this is not looking good right here for my opponent. I'm going to go into Kyurem now, I think. I'm going to force him to max here. Leftovers on the Zygarde, not really going to change much. But yeah, I think my Urshifu just puts on way too much pressure. To Kyurem in the back is going to go insane here. And then even in the end game with Talonflame, like the Zygarde most likely has to Dynamax here. I don't think there's another play. Unless he Dynamax a Porygon, but the thing is, what's a Porygon gonna do? I don't think this is offensive Porygon at all. I think this is foul play Eerie Impulse here, especially it works with the Zygarde situation. Turbo Blaze doesn't really change anything here. No, it does not change anything here. So yeah, we go for Surging Strikes here into the Porygon. We go for a Max Dragon into the Porygon as well, a double up should KO, and yeah, they kind of realized that too, and forfeit. So Speed Swap Calyx Shadow Rider with the Urshifu went absolutely crazy right there. And yeah, all I had to do, Speed Swap was really cool. We could use it for Kyurem. We could have got the Tailwind up with the Talonflame if we really needed to. We just had so many ways of controlling, like, and pressuring, because Urshifu, who would have thought? Guaranteed crit. Who cares about screens? We're just picking up knockouts right there. And since the lead's very passive, and I got the damage in the Grimmsnarl earlier, they couldn't really play defensive and had to pretty much, like, Pokemon were getting sacked right there because they had no really switching. And Urshifu just really able to come in and dish out a good amount. And that is the show. Custap Berry Talonflame, a bit situational. I think it would work better against Ogre teams. I don't think we faced many Ogre teams though. One of the awkward things I think about the combination is Kyurem with Talonflame is it's strong. The only difficult part is if you want to go for a Hailstorm or a Max Rockfall sometimes, you know, sacrifice the Talonflame, and even if you get the Endure off, you're not going to get the Custap Berry Tailwind off or a Custap Berry move in general, because the Endure doesn't count for the weather remaining damage as well as like Vine Lash, Hailstorm, stuff like that. So it can be a little bit tricky, but overall very fun to use. If you want to check out the details of the team and the creator and the team report down below in the description, and if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. This team had a lot of tricks that ended up working out, but yeah, that's going to be it for me. Check out the rest of my Series 12 content where I use a lot of fun teams and a lot of cool Pokemon. But that's going to be it. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.